Never assume a rip or tear can't be removed. 95% of the time, a painting can be repaired. Clean dust off canvas surfaces with a feather duster only.
Benin, the Edo State capital, stood still for a collaborative project titled Wu's Centenary, which is the first of its kind, a mini art fiesta that focused solely on historic events that captures Nigeria's journey to nationhood.
A colorful parade dots some major streets. Stops over at the Oba's Palace. Then it's singing and dancing till it gets to Igun Street, a World Heritage Site and home to many traditional bronze casters. While we feast our eyes on the works of art, a poetry session is taking place on the sidelines, and different groups fill the air with more songs.
At the back of the cream color, you pass it in front of the orange.
After the performances, like minds also share their knowledge with the younger ones. But some adults still participate in this practical exercise, taking lessons from an instructor.
Wait, put one more orange. Is it complete?
It's complete.
Okay. Pass it through. 1, 2, 3, 4. This photo.
Okay.
Like this.
Like this?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. This one will come like this.
No, just cream color.
At another corner, a tie and dye learning process is going on.
Sorry? You can keep tying, keep tying yours, keep tying yours. Okay?
You can see it's changing to brown. Soon it will turn to the complete red dye that I used in that unit.
The organizers hope to take this show to other parts of the country and also around the world so everyone can be reminded of Nigeria's rich art and culture.
I'm sure we'll probably be seeing many other exhibitions along those lines, maybe when the elections are over and done with. Still to come on Arthouse, more artifacts for you to feast your eyes on, so don't go anywhere.
Never assume a rip or tear can't be removed. 95% of the time, a painting can be repaired. Clean dust off canvas surfaces with a feather duster only.
Beyond the appreciation of art is the desire to own a piece. This exhibition of modern and contemporary art, held at the Wheatbaker Hotel in Lagos, is filled with works of legends and newcomers. This is what Arthouse Contemporary is known for. 7 years running, the company has been involved in not just promoting art in Nigeria through exhibitions, but serves as a link between artists and collectors. The Chief Executive Officer of Arthouse Contemporary, Kavita Cheluram, whose 36-year love for art in Nigeria gave birth to this dream which she has successfully painted on the canvas of reality. She speaks on the event and process.
So a lot of our works are from the secondary market, which you can't buy in galleries. You can't buy them because, the artists are dead. And so it's quite difficult. We're always looking around for a few anchor pieces, and then we base the whole collection around that. And we have a few specialists who help with this. So we're a team of about 5 that go out, look for the works. We write to dealers, we write to artists, and they have to submit by a particular date. And so that's what we do. And then we get masses of works in. We get maybe 5 times the amount that we show. And then we have a selection process where we, remove like most of them and just keep like 100, 110, which we think are the finest works that have been offered to us cross-section in Nigeria.
The artist Gbenga Offor loves colors, cubism and lines in his art. He shares his inspiration for this piece.
This painting is about this man who cares so much about the woman. And in our part of the world, he might be macho somewhere along the line, but with this woman, he's not macho. He's a partner. Takes care of the woman, deals with all her problems, carries the burden. When she's pregnant, when she has problems, they all share the problem together. So it goes beyond just the picture of pregnant. That's why it's called the pregnant couple, not the pregnant woman.
Next is Alex Nwokolo, who turns waste to craft.
For some time within the years of my career, I've worked with various materials, but lately I've really come to a point where I work with a lot of repurposed materials, waste and stuff like that. They're very interesting to work with because they provide new challenges, and the results are exciting. It's not something you can easily predict where you're heading to until you get to where you're going to, and then you say, wow.
For Bruce Onabrakwea, a legend in the art, speaks on the rush of excitement to have his works on display, just like the first time. He takes us back memory lane to 1959.
That first exhibition actually came about because I wanted to meet up with my colleagues who were already who had already shown and experienced some exposure in the art world. Uchokeke, Dimasumonko, Grillo, and so on. So when I did that exhibition, it broke me in, and I felt that I have then started to do art. So it was very, very important to me. It gave me confidence. It removed the fear, and from then on, I wasn't afraid anymore. I planned for exhibitions and carried them out.
The enthusiasts, reeling out the accolades for Arthouse Contemporary's influence on the arts, also have interests of their own.
They've created a niche for themselves in terms of auction of African art. And going around tonight, you see that it's another comprehensive collection of art in the different mediums. There's also a piece for everybody. You have the high end, and then you have the less expensive pieces. And I think it's a good mix.
I got drawn to it. It's quite captivating. And to me, what I actually see is just, it reminds me of child labor. Because when you see the little girls' aunts all bruised and, it's quite very pathetic. But I'm really, really drawn to it. Painting like this will keep you humble.
Art is not merely for taking a passing glance in, but for owning. So the word from Arthouse Contemporary is, behold and bid.
Born in 1940 in Lagos State, Nigeria, Omolara Ogundigbe Leslie is a woman of many parts: poet, critic, editor, and activist. Considered one of the foremost writers on African feminism, gender studies, and literary theory, she is recognized as a viable authority on African women and black feminists. As the first Nigerian with a first-class degree from the University of London, she obtained a degree in English and later earned a doctorate in narratology, the theory of narratives, from Leiden University, one of the oldest universities in Europe. She has taught English studies, writing, comparative literature, and gender from the perspectives of cultural studies and development at universities in several continents. She rose to prominence early in her career in the midst of a male-dominated artistic field and is passionate about problems affecting Africa. Over the years, Omolara has made a case for women, especially those oppressed by obnoxious laws. However, she insists on an understanding of the complexity of the statuses of African women in their pre-colonial and indigenous cultures for any useful discussion or study. She now lives and works in West Africa, where she has been setting up writing centers at universities in addition to her work on literature, gender, and film, in contribution to her commitment to intergenerational education and mentoring.
You can enjoy Arthouse on any of these platforms.
Now, just before we go, I would like to know your thoughts about this project. It's the mold where it was done by Polly Alakija. I'm sure some of our viewers who tuned in last week are all too familiar with it. It was inspired by a group of dancers doing several stunts, an idea that came up when she went to the Freedom Park in Lagos. Leave your thoughts on any of our platforms. They're on your screen. It's always a pleasure to hear from you. Many thanks for making us a part of your day, and let's do it again next week, shall we? I'm Melinda Akimami.